welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Omar. I'm here again with Josh. What's good?
How's it going, bro? How's it going?
If you guys are new here, hit the sub button, like the video, and leave a comment down below, especially to the Magic fans that are watching and listening. We did all right. We stayed pat with the Chicago pick, which is great. That was the best outcome for us. But unfortunately, the our personal pick didn't do so well. History repeats itself as Orlando drops out of the top three to number five. What's your reaction to that?
My reaction was probably like most Magic fans. I was disappointed, upset, just mad and angry. We went through such a long season of injuries and just being bad. And I feel like people are getting it mixed up. Like, we never tanked. We never intentionally tanked. You know what I mean? Other
Yeah.
teams intentionally threw games. We never intentionally threw any game. In fact, we won games we probably shouldn't have even won. And I'm like, this is how we get paid? This is the end result? No, I'm sure things will hopefully get better between now and going to the draft. But in the moment right now, if I feel like absolute shit, bro. Like, it sucks, this feeling right now.
Yeah, that's exactly how a lot of people feel, and I honestly share the same sentiment. But I do believe there's light at the end of the tunnel, and I don't know if it was just because the energy that was at the place that the watch party that the six-man show put together. With shout out to Jonathan and Luke. It was great. It was really loud. The energy was there, but when you look at the two teams that jumped, that's why it's okay. That's why it's okay. The fact that it was Cleveland and Toronto, because let's be clear, I didn't want Mobley simply because I still believe in our centers. Cade was going one, so I said trade in Houston. If you think about it, you have Cleveland, which there are already reports that they want to move the third pick. They don't want to stay. So that's a perfect, because I didn't think Cleveland would want Jalen Green either or Suggs, because you have Colin Sexton and Darius Garland already in your backcourt. You don't want to add another guard to that. So I would think Cleveland would have been more of a Jonathan Kuminga, Scotty Barnes type pick. So Orlando could very well move 5 and 8 to them. I think that's a possibility. In Toronto, you have Fred VanVleet, your shooting guard. You're looking for that Kyle Lowry replacement. So I wouldn't be surprised if you take Jalen Suggs ahead of Jalen Green. So with those two teams being 3 and 4, I still think there's a possibility that the Magic get their guy. And Dante made a good point. Hey, there's someone always falls. The best player, there's always the guy that falls.
That's
So
true.
I still think there's still light at the end of the tunnel. The fact that they kept the Chicago pick is huge, and I think there's still a real chance Orlando gets the guy that they wanted to begin with.
I feel like you're right about the Bulls pick. We, at the very, very least, we needed to convey that pick. I feel like everything would have went to hell, bro, if we lost that pick. But it's great we kept that pick. It's where it was supposed to be, the eighth overall pick. I felt like always the worst case scenario was we fall out of the top three, regardless fourth, fifth, or sixth pick. We conveyed the Bulls pick. Then we used those picks to trade up. I thought that was the worst case scenario. We used the Bulls pick as a insurance policy, kind of, to help us move up in the draft. And you mentioned the Cavaliers are trying to trade out of the top three. But here's my question to you.
Mhm.
Okay, we're assuming at the very least, hopefully, the Magic trade up for the third pick, not the first or second, but the third pick. If Cade and Green are gone with Houston and Detroit, say they go 1 and 2, whichever order, but they're both out of the picture, and no matter what we do, Houston and Detroit won't trade Cade or Green, no matter what we give up.
Yeah.
Is it worth it trading for the third pick? Is it
No.
worth it?
At that point, honestly, you take just two high upside guys. I personally wanted Kuminga over Suggs anyways. I'm
Really?
yeah, I still stand.
I
I
it's
believe
the
in
other way
Jonathan
for me.
Kuminga. And then you could always take a flyer at 8, Moody, Book Knight, Davian Mitchell has climbed up. Scotty Barnes, if he's available, this is still a really good draft regardless. So I mean, I hope to get Jalen Green, but if it doesn't happen, there's still other guys in this draft, or Orlando could always trade the 2 picks in a package to get another player that's already had submitted something into the league and just move on from there. Because Orlando at this point still has a lot of young guys who are still on the rookie contract, and RJ Hampton, Cole Anthony, Mo, Wendell, Chuma. So it's not like Orlando are in desperate need for another rookie. Anyway.
When you look on the bright side, like if you're a Magic fan, not just a casual NBA fan, if you're a Magic fan, you got to realize on the bright side, we have a lot of ammo on our side.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, this is a stacked draft class. Just because we didn't get into the top 3 doesn't take away that this draft is deep. And we have 2 top 10 picks. We have 2 top 10 picks, and that's big. That's extremely huge. And I'm pretty sure we have a pick in the 30s range, but that doesn't really mean anything right now.
Weltman's going to sell it.
He's going to sell it. Exactly. So we can do a lot, whether it's trade up, maybe trade for a star that we didn't see coming. Like in the moment, and like right now, today, it hurts what happened earlier. But if I'm being honest, there's a lot of things that could happen that could be really good for the Magic.
I'm gonna say this before I move on from the lottery, because I do want to touch on something. If Orlando can't find a way to get their guy, the trades at the deadline look a lot worse in hindsight.
That's true. No, like that's true. Like because we did, but at the same time we did trade them because we weren't gonna win with them, and we had to get the most in return for them. And I feel like regardless if the Magic keep the 5th pick or do whatever, I feel like we're gonna get a good return. Because either we take it's either I don't believe we keep the 5th pick. I believe they either take the 5th and 8th pick and maybe a player and they trade up, or they take like a huge package with our picks, maybe some players, and they trade it for like a star that we didn't see coming. Because I don't really see us sticking with the 5th pick personally.
Oh yeah, neither do I. But if they do, I would honestly be surprised. I don't think Williams is gonna stand pat. But I also do want to say this. This is why you don't put all your chips on the damn lottery. This is why I argued that you can't build this way. You put all your hope in the lottery and then you fall out. And this is what happens. Sometimes you're lucky like Detroit that tanked the entire year to get Cade. You get Cade. Toronto competed for a playoff spot until the wheels rolled off due to injuries and when they're in their issues, and they're in the top 3. But it is what
it's unfair. It's unfair, and that's what I mean. I thought that this year it would be better for the teams who had a higher chance at the first overall pick, because now we're tied with 2 other teams who have the first overall pick, and then we have a bigger chance of just keeping the top, at least the top 3 pick.
It's crazy. We're the
but none of that happened today.
We were the team to fall out.
I'm lost for words. Like right now, I don't know what I just watched earlier today, because I went in so excited and I left miserable, honestly, bro.
All right, I would have said left miserable, but like I left in the state of Weltman needs to get the job done.
Facts.
That's how I left. If he's able to get it done, then I'm cool with it. Because
do you blame him though?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah.
The moves he made were very good. You still got RJ, regardless of the lottery. I know I just said that they look poor in hindsight, but at the end of the day, you still got RJ Hampton. You still got Gary Harris out of it. You got 2 top 8 picks. So it is what it is. But to transition a little bit, I ranked for Orlando Magic Daily the 7 coaching opportunities in the NBA as of right now. And I think with Orlando keeping Chicago's pick, that they still stay at third because I ranked them before the lottery, and I still believe Orlando ranks third because they were able to keep the top 8 picks in the draft. So at this point in time, where do you think Orlando truly ranks among the teams that need a coach change?
I feel like Portland and Boston are definitely above us, and it's just
Portland?
based off. Sorry,
You said Portland?
yeah, Portland.
I put Portland
Just
at
because,
five.
just because Damian Lillard and CJ, regardless of what happens, there's somebody's gonna want to at least be there and be part of whatever happens next.
So
Boston, Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, and then what's there? Washington, Indiana. What else is there?
all right, so we're disrespecting Dallas now. Okay.
Sorry, the Dallas Mavericks, the New Orleans Pelicans. Um, I mean, yeah, I'd probably put Dallas above us, but we're definitely above Washington, regardless of where they finished this year. I feel like we were above Washington. I feel like we're above Indiana too. But I'm sorry, they got Sabonis and that's great. They got LeVert, but I just feel like going to the Magic is more of a great opportunity for whatever coach, a veteran coach, a young coach, assistant coach. I think it's just better for them. So I'd probably put us like fourth.
I put Washington last just because they're on the way out. Westbrook's about around 32 years old. Like their ceiling, I feel like they already hit it. They were just like trying to like scurry around to try to save what that team was. Indiana, I put them at 6. Not it's like Indiana's still gonna be a great job, but that's to ask the questions like how much better can they actually get? Sabonis, Miles Turner are great. Jeremy Lamb's supposed to come back from injury. TJ Warren's supposed to come back from injury. So we'll see what they look like. And I put Portland at 5 simply because you don't know what they're gonna do. You don't know if you take the job if you're gonna be coaching Lillard. We just saw with Houston what happened. Silas thought he was gonna be coaching Harden and Westbrook. No,
that's true.
That didn't happen. So that's why I put Portland down there. But when it comes to Orlando, you have the 2 top 8 picks. You have the young core. You have nothing but time. There's no pressure on you.
Hey, no state income tax, right? Am I not mistaken?
Yeah, Florida. But for whatever reason, that only matters to Miami, never to Orlando. But whatever. So to wrap this quick update up after the lottery, who are your top 3 coaches that you after the like as we saw Becky Hammond is a finalist for Portland. Like after the news has come out for certain coaches, who are your top 3?
So I'm not sure about a certain order, like 3, 2, 1, but I feel like my top 3 would include Becky Hammond. I think Darvin Ham would be in there. I feel like I kind of slept on him because I didn't really know who he was, but then I kind of see his resume and everything he's done with Mike Budenholzer in Milwaukee and Atlanta. So I think like he's coming from a winning culture, so that would kind of be cool. And the third, I feel like part of me wants Chauncey Billups, but I'm gonna say Kenny Atkinson. I think he'd be a great fit with his young core. We saw what he did with the Brooklyn Nets. He literally took a team that was just nothing, and he turned that culture around. He developed players. That could fit in perfectly with Orlando. So I'd say Becky Hammond, Kenny Atkinson, and Darvin Ham. How about you?
Yeah, honestly, that's really around where mine is. I have Becky Hammond, Chauncey, and Kenny Atkinson. Kenny Atkinson. Rick Carlisle isn't realistic, in my opinion, to come here to Orlando. I just don't see a way that he comes here. So that honestly, those 3 are also realistic in my opinion. I think Kenny Atkinson deserves another shot in the NBA. I think Becky Hammond and Chauncey Billups finally deserve their first head coaching nod, and I wouldn't be mad if it's here. So that's where I stand. There's obviously another, of course, Wes Unseld. There's a bunch Vanderbilt. Like there's this, and I see like no other news has come out on Penny Hardaway. So I'm kind of happy Orlando's not taking the nostalgia route.
I was honestly just about to ask you, like, yo, Penny Hardaway's on your list?
Yeah, it's nothing against the guy. He obviously a great basketball mind, but I just like he hasn't done any NBA level coaching, even as an assistant or anything. So I just think like it's gonna take time for him. Besides, it seems he's happy in Memphis anyway, so there'll be a time where he's ready for that.
When do you think the Magic will make a hire? If you had to guess,
probably early July because they have to do it
So that's like next week-ish.
like in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Orlando has to get this coaching hire done before the draft.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, they do. Yeah.
They have to be involved in the process of who they're going to select, part of the trading process of whether or not they want to
Mhm.
trade the pick. They have to be a part of it to know. Because if you do it after, then then the rookie is considered not their coach, the coach's guy. So then that's a problem.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's where I am. I think that's gonna wrap it up, unless I'm missing anything.
I think we covered everything.
Yep, that's gonna be it. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think do you think the trades were a failure due to the lottery? Do you think Orlando trades them? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time.